If you think social media is wrecking our brains, well, you're spot on. A study from Swinburne University has found activities in parts of our brain crucial for cognition and emotion actually drop minutes after using social media alongside our ability to focus.
It's a guilty scrolling pleasure that can quickly spiral into distraction.
Definitely scrolling Instagram way too frequently, way more than I need to.
You just lose focus for even a second, just go in there, it's like a doom scroll.
A new age challenge with an impact that's yet to be fully understood.
Hi, I am Miss Primus and I'm teacher at Wesley College in South Perth. Each year that I teach, the attention spans seem to get a bit shorter and you sort of have to adapt your lessons like to be a bit more fast and punchy. Snapchat is just constant. You don't want to learn algebra when the group chat is popping off saying that you've done something or it's a photo or something. So it can be really distracting. I think TikTok as well is brain rot, and so it makes people a bit, even me,
My name is Aveen McCarthy. I am the senior psychologist here at Wesley College, and I am endorsed clinical psychologist and educational and developmental psychologist. These platforms are essentially designed to hook us in and to keep that connection and going back for the scroll and for the likes. So when we know that there's that problematic use, if you're constantly kind of checking social media, so if you're spending 2, 3, 4, 5 hours in a day, then obviously that's sort of what we would see as quite problematic. Again, that's sort of, if you're using all of that time on social media, it's taking you away from the other aspects of life, as I mentioned before. So again, less time in the day to actually meet people face to face, putting time into those relationships for study, for sport, for exercise, for all the other aspects of life. And we also start to see it's almost like withdrawal symptoms if you're not able to kind of access your social media, or when you're sort of told that it's time to switch it off, seeing some kind of increased difficulties sort of in mood. So increased irritability, anxiety, depression, anger, obviously being quite preoccupied about whatever you've seen on social media. So those persistent sort of thoughts, and that can very much impact then your attention span and your concentration on other things in your day-to-day.
Hi, my name's Jenny. I'm the admin support for the arts team here at Wesley. Probably the biggest worry for me is that they lose touch with how to actually speak to people on a face-to-face basis. And the world is dominated by social media now, and I think everybody's a part of it, whether you like it or not. There are some parts of social media that are good and some parts that are bad, but we're all in it, whether we like it or not. And I think it's just got to be something that is taken into consideration when kids are growing up, that they have a good balanced lifestyle. It's not just all about sitting on their phones. It's about being outside. It's about communicating with people face to face, and it's about embracing life now. And I think it's very easy for kids to get swallowed up by the scrolling and lose sight of time. And time is so precious, but I think unfortunately that's one of the things that you don't realise when you're young, that kind of precious.
Hi, I'm Marie and I am a parent. What concerns me is the amount of time they spend on social media socialising, and it would be ideal for them to actually go out and meet to socialise, not spend a whole afternoon on their device. That's a bit of a concern for me. I feel that families are finding it a lot more harder to spend time together as a family because of their device. And I feel that the family communication and the bonding has definitely not been as connected as what we would like it to be. And one of our boundaries is no social media or phones at the dinner table.
I made everyone in the production get their Snapchat out and put it in the middle of the table and delete the group chat because it was popping off with a big fight. And the fight bled into even my ATAR class.
Yeah.
I think social media can make them feel unsafe, maybe insecure of who they really are, and a sense of belonging where they want to belong and do everything where it's not necessary.
And I actually was in somewhere the other day and I heard two kids talking and they were talking like they were texting. It was BRB, lol. And I just think that's really sad that they're talking like they're texting. But I think there's also a time and a place.
The use of social media is very much about social kind of comparison. So we sort of have a lot of FOMO, the fear of kind of missing out. And because of that, we're sort of seeing these increased sort of feelings of loneliness. And that in itself then can lead to maybe some symptoms of sort of anxiety and depression and stress. We've got this constant checking back in to see how many people have liked our posts or stories. We are then being drawn into this external kind of validation. We know also that the late night kind of scrolling can disrupt your sleep. I've never come across a very tired, happy person. There are a couple of risks, I think, if the trend sort of continues. So we know obviously just the risk to being exposed to sort of quite harmful or distressing content is huge. Certainly those feelings of social disconnection and isolation, how is that going to impact our ability to form and maintain meaningful relationships if most of our interactions are now online instead of face-to-face sort of contact? We're seeing a lot of really unkind and hateful sort of messages that people post online under the guise of being anonymous, because we're not actually seeing the impact of what it is to say that message to that person face to face.
Even my year sevens will be like, you know, how long did your fight go for? And they're like 6-7 minutes. I'm like, I don't know what that means. So there's like a whole new like vernacular around it. And then I'm adapting certain things to it. Like I will also like download a TikTok and show it to the class as a way to learn, because I'm trying to, well, if they got 10 seconds in them to learn this concept, I'll give them 10 seconds with cool like words over the top, and you know, that kind of helps.
So you try and like adapt to find
Yeah, probably.
My worry is that she'll spend all her time comparing herself to others and making herself feel like she's not good enough in this world.
Get a phone jail, take your kid's phone off them for the whole evening, put it in there, put a lock on it, put a timer on it, and let them learn. And if they need the internet, let them use a laptop.
Yeah.
Or go to a library or something. It's just too tempting and too constant a stream.
Yeah.
To go back and forth between is too distracting.
Yeah.
I think put it away if you want that old school education.
Probably want to keep all our usage though in balance and set some boundaries and time limits around it so that we don't spend too much time on social media that then detracts from all the other aspects of our life that we know are key. So making sure that we have enough time in our day to dedicate to our daily duties, looking after our physical health, like doing, you know, your daily sort of exercise, doing things, your hobbies and interests, the things that you enjoy, being able to do your chores and your responsibilities, because all of these things contribute to overall good well-being.
When you hand them the phone and you give them access to social media, limit their time immediately. Train them. Take the phone away. Train them from day one that they don't need to be on there all the time.
There's some ways it can connect you, but I think there's also a time and a place for it.
Yeah.
Social media is stripping our teenagers from their youth, taking precious time away from the real things in the real world.
Social media can present an illusion of connection. It's not necessarily meaningful how many likes or posts or comments you receive. What's meaningful is that face-to-face human contact.
Social media is killing our capacity to learn and retain knowledge in this current day and age.